Hi, hello, and welcome to another episode of Creatives on the Couch. Amazing to have you with us. Hey, you.
Hey.
All right, look at you. I'm loving this.
Do you like it?
Yeah, this is really nice.
I thought I'd go for the cosy look today.
Oh, you're freezing at the moment, though, aren't you?
I am.
Do you see I've not been feeling the cold at the moment? Yeah, with all this building that I've been doing in the garden.
True.
I never stop. My foot's still killing me.
So was my ankle.
Well, that's what you get for roller booting and she went rollerblading. Do you remember? In a previous episode, fell over. Yeah. Is it still killing you?
Not as bad, but it's still hurting.
You had a nice week, though.
Yeah, it's been alright.
Good. And so nice to see you.
Hello.
And on today's episode, we've got a beautiful lady who we're going to delve down into exactly what she's been getting up to lately. It's Barbara Ashworth.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Look at you
Thank
looking
you.
very, very casual, very summery.
It's bright, you know, you've got to invite spring in, haven't you?
Oh, we love that. You look
Yes.
amazing. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good
So
to
how
be here.
have you been keeping?
Yes, good. Well, 2023 has started off very well.
Okay, that's good.
I've written 2022 off, so
I think everybody did that, didn't it?
Halfway through the year, I wrote that off.
yeah.
Do you know, it's just been so up and down for so many years, for so many people, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, how did you cope with all that? Were you okay with the lockdown side of things? And
Yes, mostly. I joined a group called the Caravan Theatre, which we had Zoom meetings and we did lots of monologue readings and then short plays that people were writing. They wanted to hear them, so we performed them. And we sort of expanded and brought in props and backdrops and just were so creative. It was such fun.
Yeah.
And so you did that throughout the whole of lockdown?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Made some great friends. It kept you in the acting feel,
Okay.
but it was very gentle. Although I did do a couple of classic reads with them, and
Okay.
one was Death of a Salesman, and the other was
So they're
Who's
deep.
Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
Even deeper now.
But fantastic, I love them. I was absolutely drained when I finished them.
Yeah.
Oh, just loved it.
So you literally took your bedroom, something like that, and
Yeah.
created your own theatre.
Yeah, just at the computer,
Yep.
with a green screen behind that you can project the background onto. Then, for instance, we did a mock Heidi High. It was a parody of Heidi High, but it was a holiday camp for adults only.
Okay.
So there was a lot of innuendos and a bit of naughtiness, and there were six.
We love a bit of innuendo.
There were four people in it, and each of the ladies, us three ladies, we played two parts. One was a man, one was a woman.
Okay.
And I had to have a bald cap for the man.
Yeah?
So I put the bald cap on and this oversized suit and changed the voice. And then I was Peggy, their version of Peggy.
Okay.
Or Prenny, as I
Okay.
was. And she was all the dithery.
Yeah.
And she was pregnant as well.
Okay.
I mean, pregnant. I'd be rich, wouldn't I?
Heidi High was one of the greatest comedies that's ever been written and ever created in this. What Paul Shane, the gorgeous Ruth Madigan, Sue Pollard, Jeff Holland, what they created was
It's
sublime.
Yeah.
It was comedy perfection.
Yeah.
So how did you play the Peggy character? Were you completely like Sue played her in the TV show?
To a certain extent, yeah. She was dizzy.
Yeah.
And she had lots of hair and Preggy, that was her name, Preggy.
Preggy.
You can get away with that. There's no
yeah.
copyright.
Yeah, it was swapping between the two characters. What we did though, we filmed all the lady roles and then we filmed all the men roles, and they were edited in by a lovely man who lives in New Zealand, called Rex McGregor, and he edited it all together and it came out really well.
So what's this group called?
It's called Caravan Theatre Productions.
And are you still part of it now?
Yes. Yeah. We only get together sort of once a month. Well, we're trying to get together once a month just to read some new stuff.
And have you taken it off the screen to meet in public, or do you keep it still on?
The only time we met in public, not to perform, was 2 years ago. I was able to go down to Birmingham. One of the people who was in the group lives in America, and he was coming over with his mother, who's sadly passed away now. But lovely people, and the the creator of Caravan is called Robin Dickinson, a lovely lady. She's a teacher, drama teacher, fantastic, absolutely fantastic with what she does. And she said, wouldn't it be nice if we could get a few of us together and meet up with Jeff and surprise him? I said, oh yeah, definitely up for that. So off to Bromsgrove on the train, and we went into this restaurant where he thought he was just having dinner with Robin.
Yeah.
And he sort of glanced up to this, she said, we're going to be sitting up there. And he looked up and it was, is that, no, it can't be. Is it? And that's how it was. Every time he spotted her face, he's, that's Barbara. Oh,
Wow.
oh my word, and he was overwhelmed that we'd taken the time to travel down to meet up with him. His mum thought that was wonderful.
For you guys as well, that you've gone through COVID, you've gone through this journey, you've gone through lockdown, and found a family in some ways.
The Caravan family, that's exactly what it was.
And then for all of you to get together, things like this were happening all over the country, weren't they, really?
Yeah, because like myself, I was doing acting classes online, but it's the best time I've ever had because we connected with actors in Dubai, in LA, and that would never have happened if it wasn't for lockdown. Because
you wouldn't have made the effort.
No, and they just wouldn't have been there. Those acting classes would not have even been online.
No,
if it wasn't for lockdown. So it was a very sad time, but
it was. I find it quite cathartic, really, and quite cleansing. I mean, we were all going through hell. It was the worst thing that's been thrust upon the world for a very, very long time. But that pressing pause and stopping, I found really refreshing and cleansing. I cut a lot of dead wood out of my life, and I reevaluated what I do as a person and the journey that I'm on. And I'll put my hands up and say, doing nothing, I absolutely loved. I really, really enjoyed that stop, breathe, and then reevaluate.
Yeah, it was nice.
I mean, I did some of those quizzes. I only did about 4 though.
Quizzes?
And the online quizzes.
Yeah.
And then I'd had enough of those ones as well. I just went back to MasterChef Australia. I love it. So, where are you from originally? Where was your childhood?
In Burnley, where I still live.
You still live?
Yeah. I had a 2-year break in Kendal, which is where I started my amateur theatre career, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
So I was born about 2 minutes drive from where I live now, in the house that I lived in.
Right.
It was a home birth.
Really?
Wow.
Is the house still there?
Yeah, it's still
I
there.
see.
How nice.
Yeah.
We got a blue plaque yet?
Well, me and my sister are waiting for it to go up for sale again, and then we can go and see what they've done to
Go
it.
have a look at it. We need that blue
It
plaque.
hasn't changed, but inside anyway. But all the memories, all the streets.
Still the same. Yeah. That's nice though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's quite nice actually.
Lovely.
So how long have you been acting for?
Started in 1988.
Right, okay.
Quite by chance really. We'd moved to Kendal. I didn't know a soul. I had a 2-year-old son. The weather was atrocious, as it is in summer, British summer. I couldn't get out and meet anyone, so I got a bit bored and lonely. My husband was working more hours than normal because he was setting up an electrical wholesaling branch. I thought, I've got to do something, so I said, I fancy having a go at singing. So I went to Kendal Choir, and he said, we'll audition you. What range, what do you sing? And I thought, not a clue.
I'd be exactly the same.
No idea. Could be alto, it could be, I don't know. Anyway, we did the audition, and he said, definitely soprano. Come and sit here on the front row. So I'm sat in between these ladies, and they get their books out. Can't read music.
Yeah.
Which is a big stumbling block to start with. So they open the books, and I thought, what's that? Latin. Latin. And they start singing, and I'm thinking, oh God, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Anyway, he said, we're doing a show in a couple of weeks. You can be in it if you like. And, oh right, okay. We'll see.
Good girl.
Anyway, a couple of weeks, a couple of rehearsals, or a couple of times that I went, thought it's not what I'm looking for. I want more fun. So I talked to him and he said, no problem. Kendal Amateur Operatics and Dramatics. Nip up there. You won't need an audition. I've recommended you. So off I went and started a couple of years of fun and entertainment. We did Kismet.
Wow.
The musical. If you've never seen it,
no,
watch it. The music is sublime.
It is perfection. Goosebumps,
the story,
isn't it?
it is.
Yeah.
I was a harem girl.
Oh.
And I had this lovely...
What's that?
Harem girl is where she's a dancer to the emir and she feeds him grapes and all this, and she's in this skimpy little...
Oh, nice.
Can we get some grapes, please? Some of the crew, bring me some grapes, please.
So, yeah, and there was a moment we would do... Fortunately, it was a dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
And we had to carry... Do you know what a litter is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we carried the litter on. There was 6 ladies carrying this litter on, and we put it at the front of the stage, and the emir sits on it, and I go and sit next to him and look adoringly at him. And when we finish, we stand up to take the litter back off, and I stood on this elasticated waisted skirt, and it shot down to the floor. And I didn't wear Bridget Jones' underwear at that point, so you know.
Well,
yes, so it caused an uproar with the crew and everything.
Well, I bet the audience loved it. Didn't they?
It was a dress rehearsal. So
oh right, okay. Oh, what a shame!
Oh yeah, no, I on the nights, performance nights, I made
your elastics were tight.
I made sure that it was up off the floor, and when I stood up, I definitely didn't stand on it.
Bless you.
Don't do that twice.
No.
Well, you never know. We've got another 15 minutes left yet. Anything can happen.
Yeah, so went on from there. I did a G&S, Gilbert and Sullivan.
Lovely.
That was fantastic. The Sorcerer. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Then my husband got taken back to Burnley with his job. Went with another society. Did Anna Green Gables, the musical.
What? Yeah. We'll go into that one in 1 minute. I didn't even know that was a thing. Hold steady for Anna Green Gables, the musical. We'll be back with you in a couple of minutes here on Creatives on the Couch. And welcome back to Creatives on the Couch. We are still here with the gorgeous Barbara. We were just going to go down the Anna Green Gables, the musical.
Yes.
Is that a thing?
It is. Yes. You don't see it very often, but it was very sweet, the story of Anna of Green Gables, but with lovely music to it. The accents were a little bit dodgy, I think. North American, sort of Canadian kind of accents.
You know, that is one accent I can't do. I can never do the
It's
American
all
one.
About.
What?
About. I'm about something.
All right.
Are you messing about?
Yeah.
It's about.
Oh.
That's the only word I can remember. Because it was one they kept picking up on.
It's just, are you any good at accents?
No, I'm not good at all.
No.
I need to do accent training, actually. It's important.
It's one. I can do a few, but I can't do the Americans and stuff like that. In fact, I was literally asked last week, can you do it? I was like, sorry, I know my limits. I know what I'm good at. Can't do that. No.
So we went on from that.
Okay.
And we were supposed to be doing Chicago. We were going to be the first society to do it.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the funds that they got together sort of disappeared.
That's a shame.
So we had to fold. So
you mean they were nicked?
Yeah.
What?
Basically. Yeah.
Someone ran off with you. Someone ran off with your funds for Chicago. They had it coming.
Wow.
So that's a shame. So that came crashing down around you. But things happen for a reason.
Well, yeah.
You know, maybe someone was meant to nick your funds.
Well, possibly.
Yeah.
It was a shame though. So then there was about a 7-8 year gap. 2001 went to watch some friends in a play called The Apple Cart, a political American drama. I was blown away with it, absolutely blown away. And they said, "Oh, well, come backstage. We're having a Jacob's join, which is, you all bring your food." And I didn't have anything, but they said, "We've got plenty. Don't worry." Went backstage, met the director. who then invited me to be a pirate in a pantomime.
Oh,
Okie dokie.
nice. Different.
Yeah, go on then. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, Treasure Island, fantastic.
Wow.
I only had one line. Land ho! And ha ha! There's plenty of them. But, oh God, did we have a laugh? You should have seen the women. We had these outfits on. They were all women with the pirates.
Yeah.
And we started off with a little bit of stubble. All these colours and things that we had on. And started off with a bit of stubble. By the end of the week, and one blacked out tooth.
Yeah.
By the end of the week, with tattoos, scars, black eyes.
Oh wow.
And one tooth that wasn't blacked out.
Oh gosh.
But we just roared with laughter the whole time.
Yeah.
So I got the taste for pantomimes then, did a few more. Also did plays with the same society, which I loved. The one standout moment of my first play was I had some shiny pants on. I was a dress designer and I got these shiny trousers on. They sat me on the sofa near the front of the stage and I was so nervous that the legs were going shaky and unfortunately the lights were on the shiny trousers and they made it even more visible. So it was a case of trying to squeeze tight and then you sort of get cramp. And,
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nerves are good though. Nerves are really good. If you go on stage without nerves, it means you're not focused. You know, the nerves shows that you care and that you respect what you're doing. So you know, I've always said to people, if you go on stage without nerves, you know, you shouldn't really be doing this. You know, I mean, when we do this, you know, as they're counting down and we're about to start, I always get like a butterfly. Because it's important and it means a lot.
I'm laughing because I've not done any kind of stage work, but I had to step in last minute for a quite famous American artist as a dancer a couple of years ago. And I was like, yes, I'm going to do this, not a problem. I got on stage and for the first probably minute of the song I forgot everything. I literally got stage fright completely. So I don't think I could do theatrical work, to be fair.
You said he's trying to get you into panto.
He keeps trying to do it.
So we've got to do panto together.
The nerves
it's a bit more relaxed, isn't it? And you know,
but you still have to be completely 100% focused.
Oh yes.
You know, you've got to be part of the team. But I think you do really, especially me and you together.
Maybe
you would so enjoy it.
Yeah,
you really would.
It's just the nerves.
Really?
Yeah.
But what about when you're doing your award shows and you're presenting stuff and everything?
That's different. That's just speaking. I'm fine with that. But I think that scared the life out of me because traumatized. You hear about stage fright, but to actually go through it yourself, I don't think I could do it. Take my hat off to you both.
No, it's nothing. So you've done, obviously, aside from the theatre work, how's work been like for television, films? Has that ever been part of your like psyche or genre?
To be fair, no. In 2014, I had to leave work through ill health. In a nutshell, I got carbon monoxide poisoning over 4 years at work, and it caused a lot of problems health-wise.
I think I remember us talking about this. Was that in an office? And it was it above you?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
The vent?
It sits in pockets, does carbon monoxide.
I remember me and you talking about this.
Airflow.
Oh gosh.
And they didn't know what it was. I saw so many doctors, I had so many scans, blood tests, x-rays, all sorts, everything. And they still couldn't put a finger on what was wrong with me. I got laryngitis for 9 weeks one year and for 3 months the next year, and just one thing after another. And eventually it was the boiler that broke that got somebody in to check it and said it had been leaking for years.
Oh God.
That could have killed you.
It could have.
I mean, there's no taste, there's no smell, there's no sign, is there, at all?
No.
You know.
No. But, anyway.
Baffles me. All it takes is a carbon monoxide, a little alarm.
It's a test,
All it takes is to get the boiler serviced every year.
That's something that you need to do, isn't it? It's legal duty if you're a landlord or business owner, I'm sure.
Well, I would have thought so. But I mean, you can go into any supermarket or anything and $6.99 or whatever it is, and get the little test, have that on your desk, and you would have known instantly.
Yeah, you would.
How bad?
But anyway, eventually, let's say 2014, I left, and I was at rock bottom health-wise. And my husband, he'd actually retired the year before, and he'd been offered a job for a couple of years, and he said, yeah, I'll do it for 2 years, and said to me, I've got money coming in, go and do what you want to do. I just fancy being a sporting artist. I'll find out what I can about it. Made some errors with the agents I went with, but it's all a learning curve.
Oh, yes.
Went on a couple of programmes and thought, I'd like to do this. I want to know more. So I joined an acting class at Stirling Academy in Bolton, and I did foundation and advanced masterclass, and then fantastic 6-hour workshops on a Sunday. Not every Sunday, but whilst we were in there, we were in character the whole time, apart from when we brought for lunch, back in character. And if we were in a contained space, like in a lift or something, you could not go to the toilet, because if you were stuck in a lift, you can't go to the toilet.
Oh my,
so
right.
We stayed in character all that time.
I love that.
It was improvised. It was fantastic. And the storyline, you were given a name and a scenario, and you just built up the dialogue with your fellow actors, who were all different characters, all got different agendas. It was unbelievable. I mean, there were so many different scenarios that we did. There was one in particular where I played a paraplegic.
Okay.
And we were in a therapy session, and we were talking about how we'd all got our injuries and things. And I was talking about it, and it was a hit and run, and I was remembering it and how it had not destroyed my life, but it had made life very difficult. And I started to cry, but I couldn't do anything about the tears. I just had to let them roll off my face,
of course,
because I couldn't move.
Yeah.
And the teacher said, use that as an example to people in future classes, which I was really proud of. So yeah, I enjoyed those, because I think it helped me develop my acting ability. So then I went on to student films and independent films. Only small roles in the independent ones, but it's all
absolutely
training,
of course. You've got to start somewhere.
Yeah. So got on to that. The student films, I've done some cracking ones. Unfortunately, some of the things I've done, I haven't had footage of. And I'm now looking to try and build a new show reel. But I need footage where I'm actually in a scene talking to someone, like as if we were using this as footage.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I'm looking to do this year. Last year, as I say, was a write-off. I got COVID, long COVID, what I believe was a reaction to my 4th jab in September. Just knocked me out for 3 months.
Really?
Wow, gosh.
I came off Facebook because it was, my mental health was affected. I was seeing what everyone else was doing. They were all getting cast in these films and things, and nobody was interested in even seeing me or offering me anything. And but you're brilliant, you're brilliant. Well, why are they not seeing that? Or why are they not giving me a chance? And it was all going in and getting me down, and I'm thinking,
spiral.
Nah, come off.
No, sometimes it's quite nice that, you know, it's nice just to take a break as well and shut it all down. Get away from it all again. Press that pause button and recharge yourself again. It's not a bad thing, to be honest. You know, because Facebook can be very, very toxic. It really, really can. And sometimes you just need that space. So it's not a bad thing. I mean, what's happening at the moment, and what have you got coming up?
Well, at the end of December, I thought, right, that's it. 2023 is going to be my year.
Good.
And I started the first week with an online exercise thing. It was bingo wings, which I'm still doing. And then, because I've got to be, just to say that in 2018 I had a stroke.
Oh wow! Okay.
And it was a proper stroke, you know, a clot in the brain. And so obviously that had an effect on my stamina and my immune system and everything. So I do have to be careful on how much exercise I do. Much as I want to do it, and if I feel great, if I do too much, then that's it. So I started the exercise. I started face yoga.
Okay.
I've only been doing it for a month, but I can certainly feel
how's that going?
It's good.
Is it good?
It's really good.
I'll have to try it. Yeah.
Definitely. But you've got to do it regularly.
Yes, yeah.
But definitely. I wish I'd have done it years ago.
These things just suddenly appear, don't they? I mean, can you imagine if you'd have said to someone, walking through the supermarket, I'm doing face yoga this afternoon. They'd have been like, what? What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, we're northern. We don't do face yoga.
Yeah, no, you look like you've just come out at pit, but
Stop it.
Listen, this year is going to be amazing for you. Get out there, grab it by both hands and just run with it. You've got a busy week as well, so we're going to let you crack on now, because I know you've got... She never stops. It's unbelievable. Barbara, thank you for being on the show. For everybody watching at home, we will see you next week for more Creatives on the Couch. Bye for now.